Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to the long-range weather forecast discussion for July 7th to the 21st. First, we're going to take a look at the latest advisory as of 11 a.m. Maximum, it's located at 19.2 north, 83.4 west. Maximum sustained winds are near 110 miles per hour and is a Cat 3. Moving to the west-northwest at 8. And to get the official advisory, okay, this location is about 135 miles west of Grand Canyon and Cayman, and about 235 miles east-southeast El Tolo, Mexico. And the minimum central pressure has risen to 974 millibars, 28.76 inches. And we have a tropical storm watch or warning for the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, Puerto Costa to Mayo, Cancun, including Cozumel. A hurricane watch is in effect for the coast of the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, south of Puerto Costa, Mayo, and the coast of Yucatan Peninsula, the north coast of Cancun to Cabo Cachi. Tropical storm warnings are in effect for the coast of the Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico, south of Puerto Costa, Mayo, Chetumal. The coast of the Yucatan Peninsula, north of Cancun to Campeche. A tropical storm watch is in effect from the coast of Belize to the south at Chetumal to Belize City. And we're expecting the system, let me see, we're expecting the system to be centered at landfall Yucatan Peninsula in about 24 hours and emerging into the southwestern Gulf of Mexico at 36 hours. And there will be a break in the subtropical ridge, and we'll show you where that's going to be. Okay, this is upper dynamics. Now you can see right here is the break where it's going. This is the ridge. Here's a trough over here to the west. This is the break that we're talking about. So we'll take a look at the models with this. Okay, this is the GFS. Brings it across Cancun, or not Cancun, Yucatan Peninsula, and then in the southwest Gulf of Mexico, and then the European brings it in just into northeast Mexico, and then into South Texas. And we'll look at the European. Goes across the Yucatan Peninsula, and then into the southwest Gulf of Mexico. And the GFS, or the European, that is they're about in agreement, bringing it into northeast Mexico. I thought there was going to be a difference. And then into South Texas. Maybe just a smidge off from the GFS, but they're pretty much in good agreement, bringing the low into South Texas. All right. Okay, we're going to look at the visuals for the warnings and watches. Okay, and then we'll look at the cone. All right, and then now we're going to look at the satellite image. Here it is right here. You can still see the eye. So it is still a hurricane, and right now it's not expected to intensify once it gets to south of Mexico. Like, I don't know why, but it should. So we're going to keep an eye on that there. So this is what we're expecting, and maybe if the rainfall is here, let's see if we can get a rainfall. We'll try 3 to 4 days. Okay, we see the rainfall 3 to 4 days. We have rainfall amounts in the orange reach about maybe 6 to 7 inches across parts of South Texas and northeast Mexico. You can see right here these oranges and the deeper burnt color, and then the orange. Excuse me. So that's what we're forecasting with the system. Okay, and okay, now we're going to get to the forecast. This is for the period July 7th to the 11th. And we have our strong ridge here in the west or southwest. You can see 594, possibly up to a 600 DM. That's a very strong ridge that we see usually here. And we have above normal heights here and along the east coast, troughing here. So models are pretty good agreement with this. So for this ridge will cause a dangerous heat wave, will continue across much of California, extending to lower elevations in southwest and the Intermountain West to the middle of next week. And we already talked about Hurricane Dale and the frontal boundary. We'll go to the surface again. Okay, I don't know how that got in. 7th to the 11th. We'll have a frontal boundary across the east, and this will cause scattered showers and thunderstorms across the south, the deep south, into the middle Atlantic and the northeast. And then we'll look at Beryl coming through. This is the GFS. Back it up a little bit. And brings it into northeast Texas, and so northeast Mexico and southern Texas. Now we're going to look at the pattern for July 12th to 16th. We still have a strong ridge here, still up to 600 DM possibly. Ridge in here that builds towards the southeast coast above normal heights. So for this forecast period, I am calling for above normal temperatures for much of this region here, and I'm calling for anomalies to be as much as 15 degrees above normal, mainly in parts across to the west. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation here, probability of occurrence is 35%. And we have above normal precipitation forecast for this region, probability of occurrence is 35 to 40%. Now we're going to look ahead to the period for July 17th to 21st. Pattern remains the same, 600 DM, 594 to 600 DM ridge here in the west. Now we have this ridge extending across the Gulf of Mexico above normal heights. So for this forecast period, calling for above normal temperatures for much of this region here, and anomalies forecast to be at least 10 degrees above normal, mainly across this area here. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation for the Mississippi Valley and the plains, for the northern mid-Atlantic and the northeast, and the probability of occurrence is near 35%. That's the long range weather forecast discussion for July 7th to 21st. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.